Hey, what is going on, guys? Let's play number one. RWBY, Grimm Eclipse. I'm playing number one. RWBY, Grimm Eclipse. I'm joined today by my co-commentator, SolariousG.
Hello.
So, I have...
Though I may not be commentating much, due to the fact I'm busy with my own game.
Yeah, he's doing his own thing. I did try to record another story time for you guys. However, my audio did not record because I was a fucking idiot. In fact, I'm going to turn down my microphone.
I was going to say, try to make sure you fix the recording software just before you start recording.
Oh no, I went to edit the video, and I'm like, wait, why isn't my voice recorded? So I went to my OBS to figure out why didn't my voice record, and I found out my mic wasn't set for the Yeti. It was set for whatever the fuck the default was. So...
And that is always disappointing.
That's one reason why I don't like OBS. It changes on its own. Anyway. So... Very old game. This game came out... Fuck. I don't know when this game came out. This game came out fucking years ago when... Volumes 1 through 3 of RWBY were a thing. Volume 4 hadn't even started yet. And now we're on Volume 8 of RWBY. Volume 9 should be coming soon. But this game, not as popular as it used to be. So, can't do online. So I will just be... Whoops. What did I do? I went into the... Connection error. Fantastic. Anyway. So, single player. Obviously, I've been through the whole thing with Alex. He's the one who introduced me to the game. So we're going to start level 1. Boots on the ground. As for the character, well, you get to choose your different characters. From Team RWBY and Team Juniper. Me, I have all the DLCs. I've beat the game with Weiss and Pyrrha. You get an achievement for every time you beat the game with one of the characters. So I say this time around, we're going to go with a level 1 character. Nora. Actually,
it's almost like you had quite a bit of thought into this when thinking about the characters.
I did not. We're either gonna... oh yeah, the thing with the time skip outfits. You can't choose Pyrrha. Pyrrha's dead. That's what makes me really sad about the time skip outfit. You can't even choose Pyrrha because she's dead. So, time skip outfit... Nora, play. Now the graphics on this game are fantastic.
Back when it first released, correct?
I still think the graphics are fantastic.
Huh.
I'm queen of the castle, I'm queen of the castle.
I could easily look it up, but I'm in the middle of my game combat.
I'm sorry, I pressed the taunt button, which is 1. Oh, that little line from Nora. She hasn't said that line very much, but... Oh, it is a beauty of a line. She's probably said that line twice in... Yeah, just like that in the 8 volumes that there are. Once in volume... I want to say... Volume 1. And then the other time in volume 2. Which, by the way, if you haven't watched RWBY, I highly recommend it. Roosterteeth.com. Fantastical series. If you don't pay for a membership, again, not sponsored. If you don't pay for a membership, you have to watch like 15 ads to watch one episode, which is kind of stupid. So, $5 a month, I just went, what the hell. Fantastic thing. The style does change after Volume 3. Slightly as you keep going through the different volumes. But as you go on, you can tell the animation was made in a 3D animation program. Because the hair is kind of wonky as they fight. You'll notice it if you watch the show. But Nora Valkyrie, kind of a badass. Anyway, let's get to it. Left, right. I'm just figuring out her combos right now. Left, right. Ooh, I like that. Wait, left, right. By the way, that's left click and right click. Left, right. That's left click, left click, right click. And then left click, right click. Okay, that's not bad. Now, I won't be using much of the combos because I tend to spam buttons, so we'll see how this goes.
Well, you'll combo every now and then, just like me and whenever I play a game on my Switch where I'm just essentially button mashing combos for no reason besides stupidity.
Yeah.
But hey, it happens.
Now what I'm probably gonna do with this series, since there's probably only gonna be like a 10-part series, I'll probably only do a series. Maybe more if I feel like it. There's only 10 chapters, so we'll see how it goes.
Let's break some stuff.
I agree with you, Nora. Let's break some shit. Fuck you.
Sounds
Fuck you, Grimm.
wonderful already.
Fuck you, Grimm. Fuck you. Grimm, creatures of darkness. They, lore-wise, they're attracted to feelings of sadness and anger. So any negativity, and they're attracted to it. So if you live outside the kingdoms, you gotta try and stay positive.
I'm bored now.
There are...
Nice work, students. As you know, we've been
Professor
having some
Peterport.
trouble with the security network in this area.
But how are you supposed to stay positive if you're trying to survive on your own and you're having to deal with the stupid bullshit that's causing you to suffer and be a little bit angry?
That's the great part about RWBY. Somehow the people manage to do it. Sure, they'll have little hiccups every now and again, but it's a small hiccup, so it doesn't attract Grimm. Of course, you find out the more as you progress, you'll find out more negativity is coming into the world, so more people, so the Grimms are attracted more and more. So, I'll let you guys watch the series for your own. Again, roosterteeth.com. RWBY is, well, as you saw, this is RWBY Grimm Eclipse, so RWBY. Just watch regular RWBY. Don't watch any of the spin-off series. Or at least I haven't watched the spin-off series. But as you saw earlier, that gives me 25 experience. Nora is level 1, obviously. So is Ren. I have others, but this is one of my main characters. Although this game has not been updated in fucking forever. A lot's changed in RWBY since this game came out. A lot has happened. This is set to take place between Volume 2 and Volume 3. So, we'll see. We'll see if we get a DLC. The only reason I think we'll get a DLC is because the main boss of the game, we don't know his fate, in a sense. Like, you'll see at the end of the series what I mean. But we don't know his fate, so I'm thinking we'll get a DLC at some point that shows us, hey, this is what happened to this guy. Fuck you, Grimm. Oh, her semblance. I love it. I love it. I love it. By the way, aura semblance, sort of like the... Okay. To put it into... Okay, I can't pause the game. Fantastic. So, to put it into terms, aura is, in a sense, your lifeline. And you can create a defensive aura, but if you run up too low, you're out of the fighting game until it regenerates itself.
Is that all?
Your semblance is sort of like your superpower. Nora's is electric manipulation, I think? She can absorb an electric charge and blow it back at her enemy. RWBY semblance we thought was a speed semblance. Later on in the later seasons, you find out it's something more. You're not quite sure what, but it makes less and less sense as time goes on.
So you think it's X, but instead it's Y.
Exactly.
Let's use math to just make sure it's not spoilers.
Lyren's semblance. I'm gonna tell you their semblances anyway, but Lyren's semblance seems to be growing. The only reason I say that is because originally he could only mask emotions. Now it seems as though he's able to read emotions, which is kind of interesting. You don't find out what Jean's semblance is until later seasons. And again, I'm just gonna highly recommend you watch the series for yourself. I'm not gonna go into detail.
This place.
Yes, the Emerald Forest is filled with the ruins of ancient kingdoms. Keep an eye out for
confusion
artifacts.
has occurred,
Dr. Oobleck is always
No.
looking to expand Beacon's collection.
Oh, that's right, the speedster.
I bet
The only reason I call Dr. Oobleck a speedster is because if you watch the series, he talks very fast and he moves very fast. Pardon the coughing. I have COVID. So, yes, this was recorded during the time of COVID. You remember that shit? This is the year 2021 in the time that this is being recorded. Today is July 28th, 2021.
I suggest not bringing it out because I don't think people want to know about it. So, but even what I recorded, even if it's posted like 2, maybe 3 months later, yes, it's recorded during times of COVID, but do I care if it's running around? If I don't get COVID, I'm fine.
That's a Beowulf, that thing I just killed. It's kind of like a werewolf in a sense, but it's a much tougher Grimm.
Oh, cool.
Although, so, I highly recommend you watch the show. It's a very nice show.
Ugh.
Die! Die! Die, you fucking Beowulf. You piece of shit. Creatures of darkness created by the younger brother, the god of destruction? No, the god of darkness, my bad. And, believe it or not, these creatures have a queen. You find that out in later seasons.
Aw, is that all?
I'm not going to tell you her name, because it's a big spoiler. Just telling you the fact that they have a queen is a spoiler on its own, but... Again, highly recommend you go watch it. It's a great series. Alex is going to rip into me for giving all these spoilers. Oh, what's her... Oh, her range.
What I'm tempted to say at the beginning of the video, put a tag about
Just put spoilers.
spoilers throughout the video, so that you so it's listeners' discretion is advised, because spoilers, if people don't want them, they don't have to watch.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the range ability is R. So, I know it's weird, but range R kind of makes sense. Although, if you pay attention to Nora's, her main thing is, like, she's a lovable character, but she's also a badass as fuck. So, R, 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 and she forms a heart of grenade bombs.
Wow.
You don't notice that until you're playing this with another friend, and they use Nora's ranged ability. You don't notice it. It just looks like a small barrage of grenades. But when you play another character, it's that tiny little detail of hearts that make this game so fantastic.
The security control center for this region is inside that cave.
Like for me,
Go
shut
have a
the fuck
look,
up,
and
Professor,
maybe we
but
can discover what
for
the
me,
problem
in
is.
games, it's tiny details.
I could tell you've played a lot when you first got the game.
Oh yeah, I did.
Not just because you had characters that are like level 10 already, even higher, but
Oh no, you can't go
also
higher than level
because you
10.
know all
Your
of it.
max character is level 10. You can't go higher than 10. I know, it's weird for a game to stop at level 10. But that's the way it is.
there's also a lot of replayability because of the fact that you have plenty of characters to go through.
And with every character you complete the story as, you get a new achievement. This game is filled with achievements. Like, if you play with a friend and you play Yang and Ruby, you get an achievement called the Sisterly Duo for beating the game as the two sisters. There's an achievement that I say is very difficult to get. I have the achievement, but I don't remember the name of the achievement. But basically, later on in the game, you'll see later, and I'll show you when, but you have to kill this thing when your aura down here, down in that green bar. I love that I'm pointing at the green bar, but you can't see that I'm pointing at the green bar. When that drops to 0, you have to try and kill this thing. And if you kill it while your aura is at 0, you get an achievement. It is difficult to do because it's a very difficult thing. Oh, wait, this is a boss area. Meaning, you'll find waves. Waves upon waves of enemies. And I'm doing this. And I'm doing this solo.
Enemy, which is a boss, correct?
I'm doing this solo.
Oh boy, this sounds like me by the end of my Borderlands Let's Play. Oh boy.
That symbol before. Never mind.
Because not to spoil,
undo the
but
make sure your
think
weapons
of
are
what
loaded
he's going
and your
through.
mustache wax is stowed.
But
the
the waves is an area, and the boss is also an area, separate from the waves. That's how Borderlands is based off of.
Don't you attack my control center? Bad.
Stuff.
We need that thing. Fuck off. Bad. Bad, Grimm. Don't you attack my control center. No. Bad. You stay away from my control center. I'm using combos more often than I thought I would. Don't you hit me!
Students, we're a quarter of the way there.
Beat him again. 1 damage.
By the way, if you haven't noticed, Professor keeps saying students. This game was meant to be played with more than one player. Yes, it has a single player mode, but it was meant to be played with more than one player. It can be done with one player, but it was meant to be more than one, as you can tell by the waves. Bad, Beowulf. Get off my control center. Bad. Oh, that little bronze medal, if I manage to, I can hit E for kind of like a finisher, but it's called a team attack in this game. Oh, and if you see a button prompt against, up above these guys' heads, like, the button prompt is F, that's a counterattack. You get an achievement for doing so many counterattacks. I don't know what the number is because I have yet to get that achievement. It's sort of like a, I think it's like 400 or something like that. So it's like a long-term achievement sort of thing. But yeah, when you're using your ultimate, they can't hurt you, which I love as a nice little detail about the game. Any other time and they can attack you. But when you got your ultimate going, they can't attack you. Get off my control center!
What if you're doing your ultimate when they're already attacking you? Like, they're in the middle of hitting you, and you do your ultimate. What happens then?
Your ultimate's canceled out. Because they're attacking you, so you can't do your...
So essentially, it stops you from using your ultimate.
I think so. I haven't actually tested that theory.
Looks like you're having a
Well, there's something you can try out during your series, then.
I guess we'll be doing a lot of theories during this series. But if you've seen the RWBY series and you have an idea about what RWBY's semblance actually is, comment down below. There's one enemy left, and it's the boss guy. No, it's not the boss guy, is it? Well, it's a mini-boss sort of thing. I think the boss for this wave area is a mutant Beowulf? Or an alpha Beowulf?
We're almost finished.
I'm getting a lot of Beowulfs in. Fuck off. Alex says he's never played this game alone. Because, like I said, this game is meant to be played with more than one player. But to get... There is one achievement to try and get that's nearly impossible to get now unless you have 4 friends that play this game. It's an achievement to be on... It's called On Top of the Roster. You have to get the most amount of damage, the least amount of deaths, so on and so forth, with 4 players playing the game. So, like, everything... At the end of the level, you'll see what I mean. Oh, I can explain more once this is all done, and I have to get the fuck out of here, because my aura is depleted. Stop attacking my control center! I can't hurt you, because you're attacking my control center. I mean, I can't hurt you because my aura was depleted, but... Yep, called it Alpha Beowulf. Yeah, believe it or not, Grimm tend to travel in packs. Ow. And the only reason he was able to hurt me there is because I just finished my ultimate. So he was able to hurt me. You gotta watch out for these attacks.
Bravo, team, bravo! The security network in this region is ship-shape once again. Some of our staff to see if they can find anything about
that took 20 minutes.
Symbol. Excellent work.
And that's with my pauses. So I think we'll do more than one chapter per episode. But look, like this is a little area. If you have 4 players, you have to be on top of the roster. Like, best score, most amount of kills, least amount of deaths. On top of the roster with 4 players. Near impossible to get now. Because nobody plays this game anymore. Because they haven't updated it in fucking forever. Meanwhile, I need to look at my hotkeys. Because I need to go do a thing. Hotkeys. Okay. So, I'm going to go pause this. And I will be right back. Anyway, sorry about that. My ears were acting up. COVID, for some, as you've heard, affects people differently. You've heard that, right, Soul?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for me, my earwax builds up a lot quicker.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's disgusting, I know. But it hides my appetite. And what I mean by that is, I'm still hungry, but I don't know that I'm hungry. I can't feel that appetite. So, I weighed probably, if not 190, very damn near close to it. I weighed myself yesterday. I've lost about 10 pounds in 4 days. Can you believe that?
Ridiculousness.
Yeah, because my appetite is kind of hidden, I don't eat. I have to try and force myself to eat, and there's not a lot of things I can force myself to eat. Pizza is one of the very few things that I can get myself to eat. Other things, like the other day, I tried to eat a blueberry bagel. I ate about half of one end of the blueberry bagel before I'm like, I can't do this, and I threw it out. So I got through a quarter of the bagel before I'm like, okay, I can't eat this. It's weird, right? I have to force myself to eat. Anyway, on to chapter 2. Technical difficulties. I might change characters to one of my more powerful characters. Maybe Weiss. I love playing Weiss. Although my favorite character to play as is Yang. No doubt. Although, if I'm gonna go... I love Jean. Don't get me wrong. I love Jean. But I don't think I'm gonna play Jean. I might play Blake Belladonna. If you're wondering why Blake has cat ears, well, Blake is what's known as a faunus. Or a Neko girl, as we know her. In the world of RWBY, there's the humans and the faunus. And the human... the faunus... How do I put this without sounding racist? The faunus are seen as lesser beings. I don't know why, that's just the way it is. And it irritates me, but that's just the way it is. I know it's not right, but it's the way that it is. But I tend to be better using melee aspected characters. Nora is meant for more melee. Weiss is meant for more range. I'm doing RWBY with Alex, so don't worry about that. Let's go with Jean. Why not? Let's play Jean. Play. This is his time skip outfit. Oh yeah, right click, just right click is like a charging power attack. I forgot to mention that. Okay, that's left, left, right. Left, 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 right. The fuck is that? Left, right. Left, right. Left, 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 right. Okay, that's better. Okay.
Another area, another security network in need of repairs. Keep an eye out for any clues about who did
That was his range ability.
We're all counting on you.
Hey. Oh yeah, I love this game for that reason too. You can't jump off the map. It's an invisible barrier preventing you from jumping off the map. But his range ability is basically shield charge. Jean is a sword and boar kind of character.
What do we have here?
And as I progress through the series, I'll show you the different characters. Alex might join me at some point, but we'll talk about it. But for now, let's get this done. The only reason I'm grabbing those so-called artifacts, by the way, the artifacts are a reference to Season 1. The artifacts that Professor Ozpin used were chess pieces. I loved them. I loved it. And it's a reference to that, to those chess pieces. I love it to this day. The only reason I'm grabbing them is because there's an achievement that I don't have yet. Grabbing 10 of them in one playthrough.
These are more dangerous than the Grimm you fought before. When it sees you, it will spin before it charges. While it's spinning, dodge out of the way. It will be disoriented after it passes you. That's when you strike.
Got it. I never really quite listened to that. I can't attack them from range, which is really the best way to attack these kinds of characters, from range. Jean's not a ranged character.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do this one.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Woohoo! I'm jumping into the boss fight of hell.
This thing's called an Orbitus. And holy shit, one hit annihilated my aura.
Yeah!
With these, you kind of have to use the counterattack.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Which, this game was made before Volume 4 came out. We didn't even know what Jean's semblance was. This game apparently was a hint at what Jean's semblance would have been. Or what it is. Because now we know what his semblance is. Apparently this game was a hint at what his semblance was. Because we didn't know when this game came out that it was a hint. When his semblance did come out, we realized, oh wait, it was foreshadowing. Jean's ultimate in this game is boosting your allies, well, attack by 50%. That's kind of what his semblance does. It's basically what it's called an aura boost. So you can use your aura.
What do we have?
It's difficult to explain. I'll have to go to it in like a separate episode. Unless Soul wants to stop what he's doing and look it up for me.
Well, sorry, I'm currently AFK, but what would you want me to look it up, once I return?
Fucking Jean's semblance. His semblance is difficult to explain. I know what it does, but it's difficult to explain.
Can you go into light detail?
His semblance is called Aura Boost. It's basically like a power boost, in a sense.
So you're saying that his ability, because I don't really know much RWBY terms.
He uses his aura to boost the aura of his friends. An aura, like I said before, is kind of like a lifeline. The more you have of it, the more you can use it and heal yourself and your friends. And in Jean's case, anyway.
So with his aura.
I know it's a stretch, but maybe you operate
his
that
party's
mechanism to extend the bridge.
aura, which in turn ends up boosting most capabilities, attack, defense, and even health capabilities, due to the fact that, well, aura is essentially used for everything now, isn't it?
Yeah, that to put it in layman's terms, yeah, you've got it to a T.
I'm good with explaining things in RPG terms and not in RWBY terms, really. I'm not really much of an anime, but...
Well, RWBY's not your typical anime. RWBY is a Western anime. It was made in America.
Oh, wow.
That's why it looks 3D, because all American-made animes were made 3D-wise. I know it's weird. That's the way that's the way it happened, but it just is. So that's the way it does.
Huh.
With RWBY, it was the hair's a bit finicky, so it didn't take a whole lot of time to make an episode. Because they didn't go into too much detail about the hair. They cared more about the story. Which, by the way, the creator of the show is dead. Monty was his name. He was born in 1989 and he died in 2015. The show is still going on because before he died, he wrote 20+ seasons.
Yikes! That's how many he wrote?
Before he died, and they're only on season 9, and they haven't even released it yet.
12 more seasons.
20+. So he
No,
wrote
12 more. 12 more remaining besides the 9th that's already being worked on.
Again, I said he wrote 20+ seasons.
Yeah,
so he wrote more than 20 seasons, but we have no idea how many.
After the 9th is out, that makes 12 more waiting to be made. And maybe even more if they want to try and continue the story without him.
Which if you stay for after the credits, you'll see tributes paid to him every now and again. Like Monty 1989 to 2015. We all love you more. We all love you. I almost said Morty. This is not Rick and Morty.
This man has decided to do weird shit.
But we all love you, Monty. Monty was a great man. He made a phenomenal series, and I'm sad that I didn't. Like he didn't expect this show to get a fan base like it did overnight. It aired, and then its fan base basically grew overnight. He didn't expect it to be as popular as it was back when he died, and it's still getting popularity to this day. I'm actually in the process of making my own character and a story with that character. So is Alex.
Goodness.
Me and him are going to write the two into a story, and we're going to change the RWBY timeline with our characters.
Huh.
The only reason I say we're going to change the RWBY timeline is because one thing me and him were not happy with was the death of Pyrrha Nikos. So we're going to make it to where one of our characters saves Pyrrha's life. And the story will continue to go on with Pyrrha. Which is going to be a huge turnaround for the show. Or for the story, I guess.
Hey, this looks cool.
Huh.
But you should have heard Alex's comment on my origin story for my character. Oh my gosh, he's like, dude, this would make a great screenplay. Like, I only had half of it written, and I showed him what I had written. And he's like, I am thoroughly invested in this. This would make a great screenplay. Keep writing. Like, I had it to the point where my character realizes he has a sister that's been kept hidden from him. And that's the part that caught Alex's eye. That he has a sister that he didn't know about. Ooh, big old giant area means big old boss battle. Or big old fighting arena. Oh gosh.
Try not to die. Seeing as though you keep walking into these giant areas of hell.
Well, right now I'm being attacked by Beowulfs. 50% damage boost activated. Which, if I use my upgrade points, I can upgrade that to 100% damage boost. So my damage boost is doubled.
Oh, I feel bad for this guy. He was in the middle of saying his line, and then I just started punching him in the back. Oh my god, my game is just dumb.
Holy shit, I killed the alpha without taking... I killed that alpha without taking any damage. That was impressive. I'm sorry, I have to say, that was impressive. And the chapters will get longer as we progress. So, like, this episode will probably have, like, 2. The others will probably have, like, 1 or maybe half. Here comes the next big area. And then I delete... After this area, I will leave it. Don't go over there yet, because that's going to start the main area. Look around for the secrets. Secrets? No secrets. Ah! Anything down this way? Can't go down that way. Fantastic. Alright, time to go.
Just as I thought, more sabotage from our friend with the symbol. But those cages... Was someone trying
You're
to
too
capture
slow!
Grimm?
Starts punching him.
I don't like the looks of this. For now, let's just focus on the objective. Defend that control center while I undo the damage. Get ready.
This ought to be good. Because they're all after me at this point. I'm not used to them all being after me.
Uh-oh.
My mustache is irritating me right now.
I live!
My mustache is tickling my nose and I hate it. Stop.
Nope.
No!
I didn't live.
Leave my control center alone.
Volcano Concussio, that's one hell of a move.
Keep up the good work.
Ozel Bialy, commit murder, because that's apparently a very powerful move.
If you're joining my channel for the first time, welcome. You will tend to notice that as I focus, I will end up going silent.
Yeah, it's been happening to me quite a bit whenever I'm playing my game, as well as I cause my controller to fall.
Don't underestimate.
The only reason it doesn't really count as a finisher is because it doesn't kill them. Unless they're at a certain amount of health, it does not kill them. That's why they call it a team attack, because it doesn't kill them. Wave 3. I got through those first 2 waves pretty quick. Even for my standards. No, leave my control center alone. Bad Beowulf. Okay, that's a lot of Beowulfs. That's a lot of Beowulfs. No. That's not even all Beowulfs. There's like 2 alphas here. And they're not even alpha Beowulfs. I forget what the name of these ones are. Just the only reason I remember Beowulfs and the Orbits are because those are my favorite characters. My favorite Grimm. By the way, if you are going to start watching RWBY, the first 3 volumes are filled with a lot of comedy.
Just a little longer. We're almost finished.
The later seasons are not, so enjoy them while they last and when they come.
Who's the wimp now?
I need my aura back. Leave my control center alone. For fuck's sake, I mean, I don't know what I gotta tell you guys so many times. Leave him alone. There's not even any negativity here. It's just me. Although I'm terrified. Because as you learn, John doesn't really know what he's doing. He kind of cheated his way into the Huntsman Academy.
Good show, team. I've just received a report.
Oh, woohoo! Another boss.
That's right. The symbol we've
After
been
I just
seeing
came
belongs
back from
to
getting
Merlo
my
Industries.
stuff.
It's an old research and development corporation, far before your time. The company was crippled by the collapse of Mountain Glen, where they lost their primary facility and chief staff members. They never recovered from the incident and eventually shut down. Which begs the question, why is their technology suddenly popping up in the Emerald Forest? I've never been one for riddles and history. More of a man of action, if I do say so myself. But I think I know someone who can help. Onward to victory!
I know who he's talking about, which you will have to wait and find out in the next episode. 2,270 points, 155 kills. Not bad. But you'll have to wait until the next episode to find out who that is. I have a message from Alex. So, I bid you adieu. Like I said, roosterteeth.com, RWBY. That's where you can watch the series. 8 seasons so far. Enjoy the comedy bits while you can. And I will see you all on the next one. Later. Soul, say bye.
I've also been SolariousG, co-commentating Walnuts.
That's
Gameplay.
about as much co-commentating as he could.
Yeah, especially when I was playing and focusing on my game.
Yeah. See you guys
Hope
in the
you all
next
have
one.
an amazing time, and see you all next time.
Bye-bye.